Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Ritt. I'm an artist and a tarot reader, and this is our weekly collective reading. Ooh. So the first message is really joyful, and I feel like it translates pretty directly too. It's celebrating our truth, so maybe it's the realization of something really powerful or just self-affirming. But yeah, beautiful message to start with. So celebrating our truth. Yeah, I'm also just getting the message hard won. So whatever we've been in the middle of, whatever we've been having to contend with or feeling like we have to fight for, there's been some kind of victory. And so we're feeling really good about that. Yeah, really interesting mix of air, water, and a touch of fire. So things we've been going through in our mind's eye, that's often what air is about. And then the emotionality around that, that's what cups are about. Cups are water. Yeah, also just whatever power struggles we've been going through, it feels as if, yeah, and actually what I'm getting is whatever we've been wrestling with, maybe for a lot of us, it has to do directly with our past. There's this childhood energy coming up with Six of Cups. But yeah, a lot of other energy. So whereas this is a very sweet and very innocent energy, and it's balanced because 6 and 2 both speak to balance. So this is Six of Cups. It feels like it's referencing our past in some way. So childhood stuff, maybe even recent past, you know, our history with the people around us. And yeah, so here we have 3 of Cups, and this is that really celebratory energy. And it's right next to our friend, Ace of Swords, which speaks to really profound truth and clarity. And so that's where I'm getting that very direct message of celebrating our truth. So the way this reads too, it's celebrating something that we've arrived at, that again, that may kind of feel hard won. You know, there's a lot of kind of battle energy that I'm getting. You know, you have that with the Knights and Knight of Swords here and Page of Swords here. So they're both kind of, I mean, you could say the Page is kind of aspiring to be the Knight who's a little bit older and more experienced, but there's definitely that feeling of, I don't know, jousting or sparring or kind of being right in the middle too, because these are actually both reversed. And yeah, they're also just touching on other energies that are speaking to power and control. I'm getting that with the World here. The World is also reversed. So I am getting that power struggles, you know. 4 of Pentacles, which I'm pretty sure was also kind of like this. This is also another card that speaks to kind of like latching on for control, or conversely feeling like you don't have any, you know, and you're kind of trying to grab a hold of something and maybe it's not working. And so again, the way it feels, it's like we've been doing some battle, you know, or we've been engaged with other people who've been feeling like they're battling us. There's just this kind of confrontational energy here, but also with, here we have a little bit of fire. So with 6 of Rods, this is about triumph. Also reversed, it kind of feels like we've, actually, it could be pretty direct, you know, even if it's for some of us, it's felt like wins and losses. It may be a little of both, you know, but part of it is like we've won. So past tense, we've won. Or I do feel like maybe this could go both ways, you know, but whatever we've lost, it was worth losing. If that makes any sense. It's like, and maybe we've been going through the ringer with these battles, you know, or these, and then that could be heated arguments, ongoing tensions, ongoing battles within ourselves. I know I've been battling myself on things from my past, you know, speaking of. So bringing it back around to that theme of either childhood or history. Again, history with other people. Whatever we've arrived at here, so again, if that's a loss, I feel like that loss was worth it somehow. If that's a win, you know, that win is also worth whatever truth we've arrived at. And we are, if we're not yet here, if not all of us are yet feeling like celebrating, it may be a reminder that whatever we've attained here is worth celebrating, is worth kind of holding up and just saying, you know, look what I did, look what I arrived at, look what I won back for myself, even if that meant losing something else. Again, worth losing. I keep coming back to that. So very interesting. I do often say, for me as a reader, time often feels kind of wonky. So for some of us, this may be the chronology of the week, and maybe we're feeling like we're in the thick of some kind of battle, you know? And for some of us, it may be a week of feeling triumphant because we've come out of battle. Yeah, for some of us, again, it may be an important reminder to celebrate what we've attained or what we're in the process of attaining, you know? And for those of us who are really in the thick of feeling this tense energy, remember that there's value in finding your own clarity, and that you really can have that for yourself. Even if it feels a little bit impossible because you're right in the middle of something, you really can have that. And again, like, it really is worth celebrating. So I'm going to see if there isn't anything else. Yeah, I'm just going to continue and see if there aren't any other messages that come through. Yeah, this feels like very triumphant energy. So again, whatever we're going through, whatever battles we're fighting or not fighting, you know, there's strength in not fighting too, you know? So whatever tension we're in the middle of, or have just come through, there is a theme of personal mastery. There is a theme of really feeling the power of our own authority. And I'm seeing that with the Chariot here. This is all about that, really having the reins and feeling aligned in oneself. Sometimes also feeling divinely guided as we allow ourselves to hold the reins and move forward. So everything kind of lining up with itself in a beautiful way. And we also have the Emperor, who again is a ruler, you know? He's someone with wisdom and experience. And again, I do keep coming back to that theme of hard-won battles. So a lot of us may be really feeling this, or again, this may be a sign that we're about to come into feeling a little more of this energy. So that could translate to just feeling a little bit more on top of life, or empowered, you know, empowered in self, or strong, you know, strong in who we are and what we're about and what really lights us up inside. I'm getting that. Emperor is also fire, because Emperor corresponds with Aries. So we've got fire, and the Chariot is a Cancerian energy, so fire and water going on. Both highly intuitive as well. And then we've also got Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is a kind of a contrasting feminine energy. And it may also be, I do feel like there's an extra message with this particular queen. So here we have Earth, which is, to state the obvious, Earth is grounding. So that's everything surrounding nourishing self, getting enough to eat, having a good night's sleep, wearing clothes that feel comfortable, and surrounding ourselves with beauty. You know, that's a part of it. In the way that I have these beautiful plants and I have my artwork surrounding me, that is also a kind of nourishment of the soul through physical, tangible things. So Queen of Pentacles is very much about that. Now, I'm also getting that it may be time to care for ourselves a little bit more through the energy of Queen of Pentacles, because this is a little bit more heavy on the masculine. This is that, like, I've triumphed kind of energy. And, you know, regardless of how you identify in terms of gender, this is just, it's a very specific energy because these are archetypal energies. So this is very heavy on the masculine. And I'm actually feeling like Queen of Pentacles is here to remind us to maybe take extra steps to care for self. You know, it's almost like it's time for the pendulum to swing a little bit more in the other direction. And for those of us, again, for those of us who aren't even yet here, for those of us who aren't fully feeling our power, because maybe we're in the middle of it all and it's just a lot, maybe it's confusing, maybe it's just really consuming. This is also super important because this says, put yourself first. This says, you know, whatever you're going through, make sure that you are taking your own steps to feel a little bit saner, by way of being a little bit kinder to yourself. And specifically your physical self. I do feel like this is nourishment. So the way our souls can be nourished by way of physical things as kind of a gateway to nourishing the soul. So again, like really beautiful experiences through comfort, you know, through satisfying our appetite, through rest, you know, through feeling the physicality of our head on our pillow. So that kind of thing. So this is just a really important reminder wherever you are in this process. And congratulations if you're really feeling the triumph of being clear in who you are and, you know, what these battles have been about for you. Congratulations there. And also, you deserve a good night's sleep. You know, I do. I feel like wherever you are, this applies. And it's needed. And it's, I think what I'm getting to is sometimes it's forgotten about. Sometimes it's neglected because as a society, we put so much stock in being on top of our game and having that be everything. I think what I'm getting is this is also such a big piece of the puzzle. So again, to recap, this is a period of time in which there is so much possibility for clarity, for feeling triumphant, for feeling empowered within the self. And no matter what battles you're fighting or on the receiving end of, you know, wherever you are with that, there's something to be gained. And it comes back to self, and it comes back to fundamental truth, and it comes back to really owning that power and clarity. And congratulations if you've arrived at that. And if not, recognize that there's something worth arriving at that feels clearer and lighter and freer than wherever you are right now. And in the process of all of that, again, there's great potential for feeling empowered, and self-care is needed. Self-care is kind of the underlying thing, the underlying nourishment that keeps everything going. So remember to care for yourself. Remember to treat yourself kindly. Myself included. This is just as much for me as for all of you. But yeah, Yeah, all of that is in the mix right now. So I'm just going to see if there isn't anything else to kind of cap the reading. And then I'm going to, cap the reading with a closing message. Yeah. Yeah, again, battle, and it's reversed. So wherever you are, if you're in the middle of this fight kind of energy, this is all fire here, remember that you can find a way out of it, and you have everything to gain, you know, and it's everything to do with self and clarity for self. You know, that other person may even be inconsequential in a broader sense. But it makes so much sense that this is, so this doesn't quite feel like, I'm not sure that I am able to put it into a neat and tidy closing message, save for, we're feeling the tension. So we're feeling the tension of things collectively, and we will come out of it, you know, and we will find a way out of it. And again, I feel like part of the key is stepping back and being kind to self, nourishing our physical self, really tending to those physical needs. And as we do that, we will come back to self, come back to peace and peace of mind, and really, again, the recognition that that clarity, that truth, that peace of mind is worth celebrating. So I hope that you all have a satisfying week. It feels like an eventful week, inherently eventful. So however that goes for you, I hope that you are able to come back to self and find satisfaction, and even that you're able to celebrate all that you've accomplished in coming through these experiences, and hopefully feeling stronger and wiser and more empowered in the process. And I hope that you all resonated with this reading, or at least found bits and pieces of it that are helpful for you going forward. If you like this reading, go ahead and hit the like button. If you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you on board. And if you're interested in supporting the work that I do here, my creative work, my tarot reading, that's definitely intertwined, go ahead and check out my Patreon. The link is down below. And again, my Patreon supports this channel and all the content that I put out. And I will see you again soon. Bye for now.